What's up, you guys? I wanted to make a part two because I watched the video, and before I release it, I watched and I'm like, man, this is something important that I want to talk about real quick too. And I wanted to expand upon the idea of being of working hard. Okay, here's one thing. I'm gonna just say it out up front. I do wish I spent a little bit more time and energy trying to build relationships with people, right? I've met a tremendous amount of people in my life, and I think now that I really probably should have spent a little bit more time getting to know them. The thing about it for me was that it's hard for me to develop relationships because I was working so many fucking jobs, right? I built some relationships at the Gen Pack time, but I was also focused on working. And if you're watching this and if you're kind of feeling the same way, I didn't want to like contaminate my mindset with the ideas and thoughts of other people. I didn't want to bring other people into my mental space because I felt like it took so much mental energy just to do all of these jobs and keep planning for my next steps. That the bullshit that a lot of people are doing, all the drama, it's always, going out, smoking, drinking, smoking, and finding people to phone. And, just, I'm like, man, at a certain point, there's got to be other things to do, man. We've already done all that stuff, right? Like, and I think that's another thing too, right? When like from 16 to about 23. Now that's it. That's it. That's actually why. That's why. From 16 to about 23, I was wilding, like just wilding, like wilding, bro. And so 23, I try to clean up my act a little bit. And since 23, 5 years later, you guys, this is where I'm at. I've tried to turn my life around, and I've met a lot of people. I've done a tremendous amount of things, and so like I felt like I wasn't really missing out on much. And so from the past 5 years, it's been okay for me to really kind of just like work really hard because the first 3 years of my 20s, I was just fucking being stupid as shit, right? So now I'm in my later 20s, and now it's time to combine all of it together. But if you are like me too, and you just did not want to get other people around you to kind of ruin your mindset and keep you off track, right? I would say try a little bit harder to just quench out just a little bit more energy to start to socialize and kind of keep up with people, right? In the morning, when you go get some toast and some oatmeal or some shit, get that tea or go to whatever the fuck you do for breakfast, right? That's what I do, right? Just send them one text message to somebody a day, one text message, one message, just saying, hey, just wanted to keep up with you. At the end of the, like, here's one thing you can do, right? This is the laziest thing that you can do, right? Just say, hey, just wanted to reach out to you. I'm really working hard. So if I don't respond back, I'm sorry, but I just want to let you know I was thinking about you. Hope you're doing well, right? That's just at least, that's like, that feels okay, right? It's like, like, I appreciate you sending that, but you got to dig a little bit further than that too sometimes. Like for me, that's what I would do. I would be like, yo, I'm just thinking about you. Hey, hope you're doing good. And I hit them up for like another fucking 4 or 5 months or some shit like that, right? You want to do a little bit more. I do kind of wish I did a little bit more, um, because I could use a lot of different like relationships and leverage it to create a different life. And I think I was always afraid of what a different life would lead if I were to, kind of put it up to other people. So I wanted to spend a little bit more time, kind of just trusting myself because I spent a lot of time being influenced by other people and trying to do what other people were doing and be around a lot of different things. And it was fun. But it is also important for me to, and for you, for everyone, I believe, to take time for themselves and kind of go on their own journey and listen to your intuition, listen to your, just like go on, do your thing, man. Do your thing. It's important to do that for a good amount of time, and then come back to reality. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, right? The world right now is getting so damn like antisocial. It's getting it's I don't know. I don't want to say antisocial, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think if I were in high school, I think I would be able to give y'all a little bit more of a um opinion on where society and a lot of these youth are heading towards. I'm only kind of going off of the things we see that are viral clips and stuff like that. And I got a high school sister, right? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Like building relationships through the camera now and building relationships online is been around for over a decade, almost 20 years now, right? Almost 20 years. And it's still hard to grasp that this is a part of society for me still because of, I'm 30. I had about 10 years of life not having this stuff, And even when it was being first developed, it was nothing like it was when it first came out. You know what I'm saying? Like it is now, right? When that shit first came out, it's nothing like it is today. And so it's still just really shocking to see the effects. And I think we're still gonna, see the effects of what it's gonna be doing to society. But I think things are going to be very fucking interesting. Very, very interesting for these next few decades, you guys. And I know that's kind of like very out there and stuff like that, but like you guys, like let's really be real about this, man. This is not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This ain't going nowhere. There's always gonna be some form of it. It may be on a different platform, something like that, you guys. But this shit ain't going nowhere. You know, like this camera stuff, the streaming stuff, the Tinders and shit like that. Like fuck, man. Look at these streamers. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be so much more common to go out in public, and you're gonna start seeing motherfuckers having a little entourage and someone doing the camera doing some shit. You know what I mean? It's gonna like this is gonna be society. It's gonna be worldwide eventually. I'm far out there. It's far out there, you guys. Right, right. Let's get back to the topic. I ain't trying to jump off, but yeah. So now that I don't have the base of relationships of, people to call upon, friends, if I wanted to go out for a drink, if I wanted someone to smoke with, if I wanted someone to just hang out with, vibe with, and talk, you know what I'm saying? Like we get to just keep talking about stupid stuff like the Super Bowl commercial or and it's about having variety of people to talk to. It's not that you can't have those conversations with, your loved one, your best friend or something like that, but it's so good to have variety of people. And so that's the place where I'm at right now, where I'm gonna get back on my feet. And as I get back on my feet, I'm gonna make sure that I can start putting people a little. I want to say first. Definitely not gonna put people first, but I'm gonna put people a little bit higher up on the scale of priorities that I have, so that it's good not only for me, but even for people out there. Socializing and doing things for other people is really good for yourself and your soul and stuff like that. And I truly believe that. And it's just fun. It's fun being around people and stuff like that. And so, um, it's exactly what I think I am going to do. And if you are in your later years, or if you're still grinding and stuff like that, or if you're in your 30s and things like that, grinding, one thing that Kevin Samuel said that I really enjoyed and I loved, he says that life was about people, and it took me a long time to really accept that and mold that into my mind and like embody that in my actions. And so I'm gonna plant that seed with you. You may not be there right now, but you're gonna be there eventually. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you can continue to craft your life around people and enjoy being around people. You don't have to be a lot of people, but it's just good. Develop these habits now so that when you're older, you can ward off, those cognitive and mental disabilities and stuff like that, you guys. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like it's good for your brain to be around people and stuff like that. And so that's what we're looking forward to for these last 2 years, you guys. We're gonna get back on our feet and we're just gonna start hanging out, kicking it. And then in the 30s, early 30s, we're still gonna be grinding. We're gonna do this trading shit. Honestly, this is what it's gonna be. this trading shit and YouTube and yeah, traveling. It's just enjoying life at this point now and building relationships with people. Actually hanging out, going out, getting my nice little nice ass car. I don't know what I'm gonna get yet, but plan. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm doing in my life right now, and it feels really good, and I feel happy to have found my purpose and found what I want to do. I think my purpose will still kind of be crafted as I do these things, but at least I know what I want to do in my life right now, and like that is a feeling that I got, and this is the answer that I got by working so fucking hard. That's another thing that people don't tell you. When you work really, really fucking hard, you get to a point where you given everything that you have to something and a breaking point happens in some way, shape, or form. Like some kind of event just happens, right? I can't like translate to you what that memory is because that's extremely important to how you craft your mindset on a day-to-day basis, right? If you translate that experience, that epiphany that you had, like you either working too hard or I don't know, whatever it was that you had when you were working, right? If you label it as a negative thing, that can have effects on you. But if you label it as a positive or even just a neutral thing, that's always going to be the better option to do it, right? A neutral moment will be like, you know what, I didn't know what it was, but at least I did learn some things from this message. I wasted a lot of time, I wasted a lot of money, but hey, at least I learned some of these lessons from it. I met some, I might want to make the same mistake again. And so when you hit that pivotal moment, that's when you know what you want in life. Like you don't like doing this. Me, I don't like selling. I don't like salesman stuff. I don't like servicing anymore. I was good at fucking servicing, doing some like fine dining stuff. And the reason why I don't like sales, and I think I'd be good as shit at sales, and maybe I should go into it. Honestly, I might craft myself into it, but because I just felt like it was like like glorified servicing. Like I don't want to. I don't want my money being tied to whether people like me or not. I don't want to be my money tied to selling so many things, man. Like that just I don't want my livelihood to do that. And so why spend time getting so damn good at something I don't want to do for life? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And so like it just doesn't make sense for me to but I did it because I wanted to see get my feet wet with it and I made a lot of money with it. But I've realized that I don't like it, man. It's too much pressure. I don't like that shit, man. And so you learn what you don't like and what you do like when you're working hard as fuck. So that when you do hit your 30s, hit your later years in life, you move with more purpose. When you move with more purpose, move with more intention, you're more in your body, you're more aligned, and that's when the real magic happens in life. So that's something that happens. Um, when you go on your grind in your 20s, and every guy should do that, every person should do it, but guys in particular, it's like a rites of passage, man. We don't have rites of passage anymore in society, and so this is one of those rites of passages that has been masked, and we lost the purpose, and it's going on the grind, you guys. That's a rite of passage that you need to do it. Go in that little monk mode phase for a few years. You know what I'm saying? You will learn about yourself. You'll become a better man for doing it. It's only gonna happen. It's guaranteed. You're gonna be a better person from doing that from when you started to the end. You're gonna be a better. It's guaranteed. 155 fucking thousand %. So why wouldn't you want to do it? You know what I mean? It's a good question to ask. So this is part two of working hard in your 20s and what does it mean when you get later in your life. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had more tattoos, but it is what it is. Um, yeah.